Hi, everyone. We want to welcome you to today's training titled, How Our Six-Figure Business Coaches Consistently Close High-End Coaching Clients. We've built the largest private community of business coaches in the world. Currently, we have over 700 coaches in 24 countries using our proprietary online business coaching systems and profit acceleration software to generate new business leads and successfully coach their clients. I'm sure it comes as no surprise that every coach would like to make $100,000 annually coaching their clients. Unfortunately, most coaches never reach this coveted level. And that's a crime, because building a six-figure coaching business is not only easy, it's mere child's play once you know and understand the proven process required to do it. In today's training, we'll teach you the process we use to successfully help more than 700 business coaches worldwide build multiple six-figure coaching practices. We'll walk you through everything step by step and show you the breakthrough strategies we use to train our coaches to quickly become the most successful and highly paid professionals available today. We'll showcase our profit acceleration software, which will transform both you and your coaching clients' entire coaching experience. And perhaps best of all, we'll show you how to reach six figures and beyond without killing yourself working 60 to 80 hours every week and getting sucked into that dreaded time for money quagmire most coaches unnecessarily find themselves a victim of. Now, I want to stress that the financial examples we'll use in this presentation are results we've seen produced by motivated coaches we personally work with. But that may not be you. As with any business, your results may vary, and they're dependent upon your willingness to learn and take action. If you can't or won't follow our process that we're going to give you, then don't expect to see any results. Listen, I know this is common sense, but there are people looking for that next shiny object that will make them instantly rich. If that's you, this is not the process for you. Like any process, this requires effort and practice to successfully execute. For those that put forth the effort, this process is pure gold. So, what's it take to build a six-figure coaching business? Well, we need three critical systems. First, we have to be able to generate consistent leads. These are the qualified small business owners we want to get in front of, so we have the opportunity to sign them up as coaching clients. For whatever reason, this is, by far, the biggest stumbling block most coaches face. We speak with coaches every day, and we will conservatively estimate that 95% say generating leads is the biggest hurdle they need to overcome to build a successful practice. So today, we will eliminate that burden from your shoulders forever. From our vault of proven lead generation strategies, I'll give you one easy one that will absolutely blow your mind in both its simplicity and its effectiveness at generating leads. In fact, when I give it to you, you'll be upset for not thinking of it yourself. Once you understand our lead generation process, you'll suddenly be generating small business leads at will. But generating tons of leads does nothing for you at all if you can't close those small business owners into high-dollar coaching clients. So the second system you need from us is one that closes clients for you and does so effortlessly, even if you're speaking with a business owner and you have zero experience working with their type of business. The key here is to have the unprecedented ability to prove to any business owner that you can make them a significant amount of additional revenue. Do so quickly and without them having to spend an extra cent on marketing or advertising. Think about that for a moment. Would you be able to close more clients if you had the ability to find the financial breakthroughs in any business? Imagine having the ability to walk into any business, in any industry, in any country, and find them more than $100,000 in additional revenue, and do so in less than 45 minutes without them spending an extra dollar on marketing or advertising. That may sound like a lofty claim, but today, we're going to show you exactly how we train our coaches to do that. And the third system you must have in place is a system you use to produce immediate and consistent financial results, so your clients will not only pay you your fee every month, but they will continue to do so for years to come. How do we do this? Simple. You know how we just said we can teach you how to find small business folks more than $100,000 in less than 45 minutes? Our coaches take those exact same strategies, and over the first 12 months they work with their clients, they implement those strategies. The majority of these strategies produce instant revenue, so those clients see an immediate positive return on their coaching investment. And we're going to show you how we do this. So, the 3 systems you must have to build a thriving coaching practice involves generating leads, closing those leads into high-paying coaching clients, and then getting those clients immediate and dramatic financial results. You implement these 3 systems, and as we said earlier, hitting 6 figures in coaching revenue is literally child's play. Let's begin with our first goal. How do you get a lot of high-quality leads and do so without spending a small fortune on marketing and advertising? The key is to position yourself, along with a highly compelling message, in front of highly qualified prospects. Easier said than done, right? So how do you go about doing that? Well, you have a lot of choices these days. There are joint ventures, telemarketing, direct mail, social media, Facebook advertising, networking events, webinars, seminars, and so on. This list basically contains the most common lead generation tactics used by most coaches and consultants today. Now, we successfully teach the coaches we work with how to use all of these. But for our training today, let's focus only on joint ventures. But why joint ventures? Well, joint ventures to us are the gold standard when it comes to generating high-quality coaching clients. And the reason for my ringing endorsement of them over all the others has to do with positioning. JVs can position you in front of their clients and make all these other options on this list irrelevant. Think about an accountant. Accountants are trusted and highly respected by their clientele. If you mention to your accountant that you were struggling to make your business successful and you needed professional help to turn things around, and your accountant recommended that one of their clients offered first-rate business coaching services and you should speak with them immediately, you would do so in a heartbeat. That's because you trust your accountant's advice and recommendations, and you would likely act on that advice without question. So, when I successfully get an accountant to recommend me to their clients, I'm instantly elevated in their eyes as a trusted resource. It's instant credibility, almost like magic. That's why we believe joint ventures have to be at the top of every coach's list when it comes to lead generation. So, what types of businesses make the best joint venture partners for us as coaches? Here's a 3-step formula to help you find magic JV partners that send you high-end coaching clients quickly and effectively. First, sit down and create a list of prospects. Second, you must create an offer that provides massive value to both you as the coach and your partner, the accountant. And third, contact each prospect and present them with your offer. Let's begin by creating your list of JV prospects. Consider this first. As coaches, our primary target when generating leads are small business owners. If that's who we're trying to reach, then let's target JV partners who sell to other businesses. Here's a good starting list of excellent potential JV partners for you. Accountants, as we just discussed, but also networking groups, business brokers, advertising salespeople, digital marketers, printers, web service providers, and so on. Every business on this list sells to other business owners and has the trust and respect of their clientele, so they can position us in front of our ideal prospects and allow us to walk in with credibility and preeminence. Imagine the number of prospective business owners we could speak with about our coaching services if we partnered with just one business from each of these professions. Okay, so that's step 1. We've created our list. Now, let's create an offer that provides massive value for ourselves and our prospective JV partners. As you think about what to offer, keep this in mind. Your offer must provide massive value to your JV partner. Give them so much value that they feel compelled to return the favor. So what type of offer will be viewed by all of these businesses as massive value? Well, how about more customers for them? Look carefully at this list again. Would you agree that every one of these businesses would like to have more customers? But consider this. As a coach, you need most of these businesses yourself to operate your own coaching practice effectively. You need an accountant to at least help you file your taxes properly. You need a printer for your business cards, flyers, and brochures. You need a web service provider to build and maintain your website and to create squeeze pages to accompany your marketing campaigns so you can capture prospect contact information. You frequently need office supplies, and if you follow our training today and build yourself a six-figure coaching practice, you'll need a business broker to sell your practice when you decide to retire. You need all of these businesses yourself, either right now or in the very near future, so you can immediately offer these prospective JV partners your business. That's important because the hardest thing for coaches to do is to pick up the phone and call a prospect. But how hard is it to call a business when you're looking to buy what they sell? That is the easiest phone call in the world to make. And what an offer to make them, our business. This is one easy way to position ourselves in front of our ideal JV prospects. But now consider this. As we work with coaching clients, won't they also need these exact same service providers? Won't they need an accountant, a printer, a web service provider, and so on? Of course they will. So after we tell our prospective JV partner that we want to do business with them, we can then ask them if they're currently accepting new clients, which of course they are, and we would like to refer all of our coaching clients to them and recommend that they all use the JV partner services. Now we're bringing our JVs a multitude of new business, and do you think that might engender a feeling of reciprocity on their part? However, I said a moment ago that the offer must provide massive value to both the JV partner and us as the coach. We just provided massive value to the JV partner. Now, what about us? Well, suppose we could compel our new JV partners to let us speak with their clients that happen to be small business owners. That would give us the opportunity to offer them our coaching services. But what would compel our JVs to do that for us? What if we could provide massive value to those small business owners? How? All small business owners need more revenue for their business, don't they? What if we could prove to the JV partner that we have the ability to find each and every one of their small business owner clients more than $10,000 in additional revenue, and do so in less than 45 minutes without them spending an extra dollar on marketing or advertising? Yes, you heard that right. We teach our coaches 8 simple strategies that enable them to find more than 6 figures in additional revenue for any small business, no matter what they do or what industry they're in, and do it in less than 45 minutes. And to add additional motivation to our JV partners to do this for us, suppose we position this valuable service as something the JV partner arranged for their client, and the JV is covering the full cost for our services as a thank you to the client for their past loyalty and patronage. Now, in reality, we aren't charging the JV partner a cent to do this on their behalf. We benefit from signing up a percentage of the business owners we speak with. See how this works? We'll give you the exact word-for-word scripts to use in just a minute. But one more thing. We only say that we'll find the business owner at least $10,000 in less than 45 minutes, so it sounds realistic to them. The truth is that the 8 profit acceleration strategies we teach our coaches will actually uncover somewhere in the range of $150,000 up to $350,000 in accelerated revenue. When you prove to a business that they're leaving that amount of revenue on the table every year, convincing them to hire you to coach them becomes a no-brainer decision. Our coaches are using this strategy right now and are signing up both JV partners as well as new coaching clients in droves. So that covers the second thing on our list, creating an offer that provides massive value to both our JV partner and ourselves as a coach. That only leaves step 3. We now need to contact each joint venture prospect with our offer. Let's revisit this list of tactics for generating leads. Of all of these lead generation methods, what's the best and easiest way to contact JVs? My first choice may completely surprise you. Pick up the phone. Listen, any of these various tactics will work, but they take considerable time, effort, and energy, and often money. But if you pick up the phone and use a compelling script, which we just happen to have available for you, you can have a joint venture partner after a single meeting with them, and you will set up that meeting within 1 minute of calling them. Unfortunately, many coaches are highly reluctant to even consider jumping on the phone. Why? Fear. They're afraid they won't know what to do or say. So what's the solution to overcoming this? Well, it's amazing how fast these fears go away when you master a step-by-step strategy so you know exactly what to say and what to do to maximize your success when it comes to recruiting joint venture partners. Here's the strategy we teach the coaches we work with all over the world, and they're signing up JVs at will when they use it. We call it the book research strategy. It's a simple and easy 8-step strategy that enables you to sign up joint venture partners en masse. Step 1 is to revisit the list of prospective JVs you created and begin to contact each one of them. Remember, you only need one partner from each profession. After all, you're going to promise them your business as part of your offer to compel them to partner with you. And then you agree to refer them to all of your coaching clients, both present and future. The anticipation of adding new clients, coupled with the fact the JV partner gets to take the credit with their own clients for sending you to find those business owners substantial profit acceleration, is a massively compelling offer that is practically irresistible to most of these business professionals. There's just one catch though: gatekeepers. Try calling the businesses listed and see if the owner answers the phone. It typically doesn't happen. So let's get you past the gatekeepers. Remember, every prospective JV wants new customers, and as a coach, you need most of them yourself to operate your business effectively. When you call them, here's what you should say. Hi, Debbie. My name is Rick, and I need the services of an accountant. Is there a day and time this week I could meet with Susan to discuss my situation? The moment the gatekeeper hears these words, they immediately think new client, and they will set you up with an appointment immediately. Now, this won't happen often, but once in a while the gatekeeper might say, "What's this in regards to?" In that case, just say, "I own my own small business and I need an accountant. And I also would like to send several of my clients your way as well. Are you currently taking on additional clients?" Now, you're not only offering them your business, but you're offering to refer all of your clients to them as well. In 2 decades of coaching, we have never seen a gatekeeper turn down this offer. They schedule you immediately to meet with the person you want to speak with. So step number 1 is to contact the prospect and schedule an appointment. Step number 2 is to explain your proposal. This is usually where most coaches begin to falter. They often feel nervous and unsure of what they should say to gain the commitment from their intended joint venture partner. So let us give you word-for-word scripts throughout this entire process that will all but ensure your success when speaking with a prospective JV. Thanks for meeting with us, Susan. Let me explain my situation. I'm a small business sales and marketing strategist, and I specialize in dramatically increasing leads, revenue, and profits for local business owners on an exponential level. I'm to the point in my business where I need your services for myself, but most of my clients quickly get to the point where they also need your services. I wanted to ask if you have the bandwidth to take on additional clients, and if so, could I refer my clients to you moving forward? Of course they will say yes, and this establishes major reciprocity. So now that you've laid out your proposal, let's move on to step number 3. Since you've established solid reciprocity with the accountant, and they see that you have the ability to send them more clients, here's what you say to get them to agree to position you in front of their clients. Susan, how many small business owners are you currently working with? Let them answer. Obviously, today's economy is unpredictable. Are any of them struggling financially right now? Obviously, some will be. Let me run this by you for your opinion. I'm currently writing a book detailing my ability to find small business owners more than $10,000 in less than 45 minutes without them spending an extra dollar on marketing or advertising. My editor wants me to get an additional 10 case studies for my book. Now let us stop there and say that you won't be lying to the accountant by claiming that you're writing a book. For the coaches we work with, we actually provide them the book which they can brand as their own, add case studies and testimonials, add their own content if they like, and publish with their own name on it. So all of our coaches have their own book branded to them. We just do all of the work for them so they can go find more clients and JV partners. So let's continue with our script. My editor has asked that each of these case studies highlight a different type of business so I can document that my process works for any business, regardless of what they do. I normally charge $2,000 for this service, but maybe we could help each other out here. You have clients that need a clear path to money, and I need case studies for my book. Why don't you contact the clients you know that are struggling financially and let them know I will come in and find them well north of 10 grand. Do it in less than 45 minutes, won't charge them a dime for the service, won't subject them to any type of sales pitch, and all I ask in return is they allow me to use their results as a case study. Now let's implement step 4 and position the JV as the knight in shining armor to their clients. We're going to let the accountant take all the credit for providing our services to their clients, which in turn reinforces the reciprocity factor. Tell this accountant you want them to position your 10K offer as something the accountant has arranged for their clients, perhaps as a thank you for their past patronage, or as a way for the accountant to help them out financially if their business happens to be struggling. And depending on the country you're dealing with and their national tax laws, consider this option when working with an accountant. Many of their small business owner clients owe taxes at the end of the year. Imagine the accountant contacting all of their clients that owe taxes and saying something like this. Hi, Susan. We just completed this year's tax filings for your business, and we have some good news and some bad news. The bad news is you owe the government $8,785. The good news is one of my clients is a top marketing strategist that specializes in finding business owners like you additional and immediate revenue. I've arranged for them to find you in excess of $10,000 and do so in less than 45 minutes. That will cover your entire tax bill and give you and Jim some vacation money this year as well. I'm covering the cost for the service as a thank you for your loyalty and patronage over the past several years. What do you suppose that client is going to say to their accountant regarding that incredible offer? Talk about a no-brainer decision. Now, you have the accountant setting you up with high-quality warm prospects to speak with. And thanks to this positioning, you will walk in to meet them as a highly respected and personally endorsed expert their accountant professionally recommended, and who they trust implicitly. Use this positioning, and you can sign up as many new coaching clients as you can handle. But one note of caution. Just one accountant can easily set you up with 3 to 4 appointments per day. Remember, they're receiving all the kudos for the services you're providing to their clientele, so the accountant will be extremely motivated to set up these appointments for you. And just wait and see what happens when you begin to find more than $100,000 in genuine additional revenue for their clients. They will set up appointments for you with every client they have, along with their friends and family as well. But consider this, the process we've just described to you was for an accountant. This positioning should work with very minor revisions for all of these businesses. All of these businesses sell B2B. These are businesses you need as a coach, or you will need in the very near future. And all of your coaching clients will also need these services as their businesses grow. So, the exact same positioning we just used with the accountant will also work for all of these as well. Imagine if you partner with just one business from each of these professions. We seriously doubt you would be able to handle the vast number of appointments they will arrange for you. But let's discuss compensation for your JV partners. To be honest, the fact that your partners get to take all the credit for your services may be sufficient compensation for most of them. But in a few rare cases, you might consider offering a profit share arrangement. A monetary exchange will be appropriate if the JV partner has direct access to a large database of prospects and would agree to actively and consistently promote you to that database. Perhaps 20% of your monthly coaching revenue for those clients that pay your high-end coaching fees. This revenue becomes a passive income stream for your JV and an additional incentive for them to continue referring you to their clientele. Step 5 is to begin setting up appointments. You or the JV partner contact the businesses you both agree would benefit from your offer. This is literally a 5-minute phone call, max. Set up 45-minute appointments. Asking for an appointment that's less than an hour will result in a much higher conversion rate. Ask your JV to set up several appointments each day if those meetings will be performed via a screen share where you and your prospect will meet online using a screen share service such as GoToMeeting, Skype, or Zoom. If you will be meeting each prospect in person, ask your JV to schedule a maximum of 2 to 3 appointments per day. That takes into account your travel time to and from their location. Step 6 is an important one. Call and confirm the appointment before you meet, preferably the day before. Your new prospects will keep the appointment if they confirm it the day prior to the meeting. Step 7 is to perform the 10K challenge. Find each prospect several major financial breakthroughs. It's important that you have a process for this so you can uncover at least 6 figures in additional revenue within the 45 minutes you've been allotted. We provide our coaches profit acceleration software to facilitate this process for you and ensure it happens successfully and consistently. We'll show you what this looks like shortly. When you perform this 10K challenge properly, you will typically find each prospect somewhere between $150,000 up to $500,000 in additional revenue for their business. Naturally, when the business owner realizes that's money they could be putting in their pocket every year but aren't, hiring you as their coach is practically a foregone conclusion. And finally, step 8 is to get them to sign an agreement with you. We recommend negotiating a 12-month agreement with your new client, but be sure you include a contingency clause, as well as a monthly retainer. Our coaches typically negotiate $1,000 to $2,500 per month for their retainer, and then a 5% to 15% gross revenue contingency agreement, which entitles the coach to receive a percentage of the gross revenue they help that business produce over the term of the agreement. As with any agreement, both the retainer and the contingency percentage are always open to negotiation between the coach and the business owner. Most of our coaches use our agreement templates that the software generates, so they know their agreements will be bulletproof. But let's have some fun and run some numbers on this strategy, and let's keep the numbers realistic. Earlier, we said to ask your JV partner to set up several appointments per business day, so you might get upwards to 60 to 80 appointments in a month. Now let's say your JV partner isn't the most motivated, and they set you up with only 4 per month, just 1 a week. Now, whenever we speak with coaches and we ask them about their conversion rates, most of them tell us that they can close 75% of all prospects they get in front of. When you see our software, you'll see instantly how this is achievable, and you may do even better than 75%. But to be conservative with our numbers, let's say you only close 50% of your prospects. That's 2 new clients per month for you. Now let's say you're not very confident in your closing skills. Even though the software allows you to prove your ROI or return on investment to a client, you struggle to ask a prospect to pay you $2,500 per month. So you only charge $997 per month for your services. Your total annual revenue from just those 2 clients would be $23,928. Now remember, that revenue is from 1 JV partner only, and that was just month 1. Imagine if you had 7 or 8 JVs and they were each setting you up with just 4 appointments per month, month after month. And by the way, that revenue does not include the contingency agreement you want to negotiate in every one of your agreements. The contingency can easily add $10,000 to $50,000 in additional revenue per client. We teach our coaches exactly how to do this for every client they coach. Can you imagine what would happen if you were able to set up a JV partnership with just 1 of each of these businesses? We mean seriously, there is no way you could handle all the appointments they could set for you. If each one set up just 1 appointment per week for you, and let's say you're not very good at this, so you only average a 20% conversion rate, you would still generate several new coaching clients every week. Now the question becomes a simple one. How often do you want to repeat this scenario? How many clients do you want to coach at any one time? How much money do you want to make? How much time, effort, and energy are you willing or wanting to devote to building your practice? You could wave the white flag to your JV partners and say, "No more." Or how about this question? Are you interested in bringing on additional coaches where you literally hand them clients and you take a percentage of all their coaching revenue? We have coaches we work with that do this daily, and they collect 50% of the total coaching revenue. When you have 10 coaches working for you, that additional passive recurring revenue adds up to more than $100,000 annually. This is just one way our coaches get unlimited leads. We teach them multiple methods because we know each coach has a certain comfort level. And if they're not comfortable executing a specific lead generation strategy, they won't be successful. So, whether you prefer joint ventures as we just discussed, or direct calling, Google search ads or Facebook ads, networking, webinars or teleseminars, live events, email, direct mail, or social media, we can show you how to apply this exact same principle I've outlined here to any of these various lead generation methodologies. Remember, when we started, we said if you want to build a six-figure coaching practice, you need 3 critical systems. We just covered system number 1, a system to generate as many small business leads as you can handle. Master the process we just taught you, and you can produce leads at will. Now, let's move on to system number 2, how to close new clients into a long-term coaching or consulting relationship. Let's begin by discussing a major problem we hear from a lot of coaches. For some reason, they all believe they have to be at the same level as the so-called marketing and business gurus. In short, they're worried they won't be able to get their clients' results, and especially fast results, which are critical these days. They've actually said this to us. I don't have their brain or their experience, so I can't duplicate their ability to solve problems for any business owner on the spot. We have to admit to you that all coaches, when they first start coaching, feel this way too. That's the main reason we developed our profit acceleration software for our coaches. They need that guru-like ability right out of the gate, and they can't wait 20 years to develop it. You know how an attorney in a court case never asks a question they don't already know the answer to? That's what coaches must do with every prospect they speak with. The problem is that coaches seldom know the right questions to ask. So we created a system for the coaches we work with so they know exactly what questions to ask and when to ask them, so the prospect realizes they could be making dramatically more revenue than they presently are. Let's face it, this is the key to signing up coaching clients. You must prove to your prospects that you can make the money and do it right in front of their eyes, so there's zero doubt in their mind that you're the professional that can help them to dominate their market and achieve their financial dreams. And to explain this system to you step by step, I'm going to pass this over to our profit acceleration expert.
First, let us explain the purpose behind the software. After working with coaches and consultants for more than 25 years, we noticed that the vast majority of them had no clue how to uncover financial breakthroughs that would secure high-paying coaching agreements for them. Consider this. How easy would it be for you as a business coach to close a new coaching client if you could immediately increase the revenue of any business by 2 to 3 times your monthly coaching fee? What if you then offered in writing that the business owner will see that revenue on their bottom line before they pay you for your second month coaching them? In other words, you will assure them in writing that by the time the business owner writes you a check for your second month coaching them, they will not be out of pocket throughout your entire coaching relationship. Your coaching will essentially be free to that business owner. Our profit acceleration software is designed to do exactly that for every coach that uses it. You see, we set out to create a solution that acts as your expert guide and that positions you as a business breakthrough specialist so you can find financial breakthroughs for any client in any industry, in any country, then easily close that prospect so they become your client willing to pay you top dollar fees. And we even give you the exact steps to take to help them implement a solution that actually gets them exponential financial returns. Do you remember a few times in school when the teacher allowed you to take a test using your book that had the answers in the back of it? Our software has the answers to the problems your prospect is currently facing. And those answers are just a click away at all times. You will never again say to yourself, I'm not sure what to do to help this client. The software has the right information in the right order, so as the coach, you never again have to play guessing games trying to figure out how to help them increase their leads, their sales, and their revenue and profits. Here's how our proprietary profit acceleration software works. Let's say you meet with a hot new business prospect you want to convince to hire you as their coach. You plan to use our software to perform a brief 45-minute assessment of their business so you can prove to them without a shadow of a doubt that you can find them more than $100,000 and without them having to spend an extra dollar in marketing or advertising. Our software begins by establishing some simple baselines for your new prospect, such as what a customer is worth to them and what are their current revenue and profits. Then it begins asking specific questions that will detail various strategies that will uncover amazing breakthrough financial results that business owners constantly overlook. The questions you will ask are segmented based on the problem areas all business owners experience. You will have your choice of 11 areas to start. You may elect to do all 11, or you may decide the business you're assessing only needs 5 or 6 areas. But as you go through each area, you'll uncover thousands of dollars in revenue that business owner is unknowingly leaving on the table. Once you complete the questioning process, you can click a button and a profit acceleration summary will appear. The summary displays in both numbers and visual graphs the dramatic profit increase you just found them. And remember, you did all of this in just 45 minutes. Later, I'll explain how once you sign the business owner as a client, you can do a deep dive with the software and perform a full assessment on that business in up to 29 areas and build a comprehensive roadmap for their business. But here's why this process works so well. Business owners buy results, not promises, hype, or promotion. Let's face it, as their coach, you're going to charge them a monthly retainer between $1,000 to $2,500 per month or more. The only way your new prospect is going to invest that kind of money is if they feel 100% certain they'll receive more than that back. They need certainty that they'll receive a positive ROI or return on investment. So your first job is to meet with your new prospects using our profit acceleration software. And as Tom Cruise said in Jerry Maguire, show them the money. Reality is most coaches can't find new revenue and profits quickly and effectively. And by the way, this isn't revenue you identify. This is revenue the business owner identifies through our profit acceleration process. It's been described as magic many times. The software crafts specific questions in a specific order, so your new client comes to the conclusion that if we follow the roadmap that the software provides, my profitability will skyrocket and my life will never be the same again. For example, does the business you're assessing have a compelling market-dominating position? A system for setting up joint venture partners willing to promote their products or services? Do they have a system for 10xing their internet marketing initiatives? Are they implementing downsell, upsell, cross-sell strategies? Out of all the areas we just mentioned, your prospect would be lucky if they have just one of them. So think about the additional profits any business could generate by implementing these simple revenue-generating strategies. We only listed a few strategies. Our software has 20 additional areas for creating instant profit acceleration. The potential revenue and profits the software uncovers for any business is mind-numbing, no matter what type of business you're speaking with. Our software will position you as a local legend and enable you to easily help any type of business. Imagine having the unprecedented ability to help a brand new startup dominate their market within their first 12 months. Imagine helping a severely struggling mom and pop business increase their revenue by more than $250,000 in just 9 short months. Results like this aren't just dramatic, they're transformational for that business owner. And by the way, we'll show you how you will share in this additional revenue by negotiating a 10% revenue share where you'll be entitled to receive 10% of all the additional revenue you help your clients make. A $250,000 revenue increase earns you an additional $25,000 plus your monthly $1,000 to $2,500 retainer fee as well. But the secret to making this work is knowing how to ask the right questions in the right order, and most coaches fail miserably here. Most of them listen to a business owner describe a problem they're having, and since most coaches simply don't think quickly on their feet, they ask basic situational questions instead of uncovering the root cause of the issue. How many of us have walked away thinking, man, Why didn't we ask about their lead generation strategies or why their profits have dropped 50% over the past 2 years? Not knowing the right questions to ask is terrifying for most coaches. If they don't know exactly what questions to ask, they won't uncover the most pressing problems that business owner is facing, which means they won't be able to show them firsthand the amount of additional revenue they're leaving on the table year after year. And when that happens, getting them to request your help and your coaching services is gone forever. Asking the right questions in the right order is the key to finding dramatic financial breakthroughs for your prospective clients. If you want them to hire you as their coach, they must perceive you to be the preeminent expert that can solve their problems and make them money. You must impress the business owner through the questioning process. And our profit acceleration software is the ultimate tool. You need to do this right every time. Our software will provide you with a series of questions in 11 critical business growth areas. These questions are specifically designed to reveal the financial impact that's possible for that business in each of those areas. As the coach, you simply ask the questions and record the prospect's answers. The questions will lead the prospect to provide you with a percentage increase in sales in each area. And then the software calculates the additional revenue that's possible and displays it in both monetary and graphical displays. These displays are massively impressive to the business owner and position the coach as a business growth expert. But here's the really cool part about this. You don't need 25 to 50% increases to impress your prospects. 3 to 5% increases will end up generating more than $100,000 in additional revenue in just 45 minutes. Small percentages add up to major exponential growth, and our software is going to be recording these 3 to 5% gains in multiple areas. And even more exciting, when we successfully execute a strategy that produces a 5% gain, there's usually very little disruption to the business owner's current business model. So they're much more likely to implement your coaching recommendations. Let us give you a successful example to demonstrate the brilliance of our software. And I'll use an Excel spreadsheet we built so you can visually see what happens behind the scenes. Let's use the example of getting more leads. The first thing you have to do is set them up so they really understand the importance of what you're going to talk about. So if you're talking about leads, just remind them why leads are so important. Here's an example. Mr. Jones, leads or prospects are the fuel for any business, the first point in the sales process. A business with an effective lead generation process will dramatically increase their probability of success. But here's the key to lead generation success. You must know the hot buttons for your prospects. You must be able to enter the conversation taking place in their head. Or another way to look at it is, you must answer the number one question on your prospect's mind at just the right time. As you know, there are 3 critical components that will ensure that happens for any business. First, have something good to say. This is what we call your market dominating position. Second, say it well. This is called the conversion equation. It has 4 major components that your marketing must have in order to be successful. A headline that interrupts the prospect by addressing that number one problem on their mind. A subheadline that engages them by addressing the result they want but don't have. Body copy that educates the prospect rather than dispenses platitudes. And an offer that is irresistible to any prospect. And the third component, say it often. We refer to this as a drip or a follow-up campaign. It simply means that you must stay in contact with your hard-earned leads. Mr. Jones, if you follow this formula, your leads will skyrocket. As you can see from this example, when you begin each area with an in-depth explanation like this one, it immediately positions you as an expert. But it also drives home the fact that the prospect has no idea what you're talking about. And that makes them realize that they don't know what they don't know and how badly they need your help and guidance. But let's look at just one small segment in the software for leads. Let's say we get to the section where we ask a prospect, does your marketing target the hot button issues of your prospects? What do you say if they respond with a no? What do you say if they respond with a yes? Well, we know what to say. Let's assume for this example they say no, they do not target their prospects' hot buttons. We then ask, what do you think the hot buttons for your prospects are? After they answer, we then say, what would be the impact on your revenue if you could accurately target the exact hot buttons of your prospects? Now stop right there and consider what has just happened. During this questioning process, they've admitted they don't target their prospects' hot buttons, so they know they're missing out on low-hanging fruit. My follow-up question gets them to identify their prospects' potential hot buttons, which makes them realize they don't use them in their current marketing, which in turn reveals another missed opportunity. So when we ask them what would happen if they did, what can they say? The only answer, we would make more money. When we ask if they did use them, by what percent would that impact your business revenue-wise? They often say, gee, we don't know, maybe 20, 25%. We tell them they're probably right, but we ask them to be ultra conservative so we don't overinflate our numbers. They'll say, well, easily 10 or 15%. We'll say, let's stay really conservative and use just 5% because we know we can do this very easily and quickly. Then the software automatically records that number and extrapolates as to what it'll mean for both short-term and long-term revenue and profits, and even the increase in the valuation of their business. The software leads them down a path so they readily agree to several more 5% increases. In fact, in just this one area of lead generation, you have the opportunity to uncover major breakthroughs throughout 14 separate impact points. So you can imagine the additional revenue we can find when we have 10 other areas like this to explore. This is such a great process, especially if you're like some people and you're not a real quick thinker when you're put on the spot and sitting in front of a prospect. With our software, it's like having the world's top guru listening in on your conversation. You've got one of those hidden earphones with you and the guru is whispering in your ear, okay, say this next, ask this question. And now you come off looking like a genius. That's what our process will do for you. Best of all, none of this has to be memorized and there's very little preparation required. You simply tell each prospect you meet with that you want to take notes as you assess their business, and you have our software sitting right in front of you guiding your entire conversation. Nothing could look more natural. In our software, you're going to find multiple impact points throughout each area it measures, so we intentionally keep the percentages around 3 to 5%. If we don't, it ends up finding them millions of dollars in additional revenue. And if we're speaking with a small business owner hovering around $1 million in gross revenue, they simply won't believe that high of a number. As you start the assessment, ask the business owner for 3 numbers: annual revenue, net profit margin, and gross profit margin. If they don't know their exact numbers, just ask them to estimate. It'll be close enough to give them realistic financial impacts. Here's an example. Let's say in one area alone, it uncovers a 5% impact for you. You know from the numbers that their total annual revenue is $1 million. You also know their net profit margin is 20% and their gross profit margin is 50%. The 5% increase translates to $50,000 of additional revenue, which means $25,000 of additional profit. And that's just a 5% impact only in one area. See why we said we keep each impact point to around 3 to 5%? These impact points add up quickly and exponentially, which is why it's so easy to grow a business successfully. Now you repeat this process in the additional areas within each business that you want to audit. You may want to audit just 4 or 5 areas or look at all 11 areas, but suppose you selected these 5 areas: market dominating position, alliances and joint ventures, internet marketing, downsell, and upsell and cross-sell. Here's how we use this for a florist who is struggling to stay profitable. The florist was earning around $175,000 a year, had a net profit margin of 15%, so she banked only $26,000 a year. But her gross profit margin was 60%. When we assessed her business, we found that her largest orders came from brides-to-be who typically spent around $3,000 for flowers for their wedding and reception. So we developed a market-dominating position for her that positioned her shop as the flower shop for weddings. She thought that this would double her revenue, but we persuaded her to use a much lower estimation, something that she could easily achieve. We agreed that a 5% increase was an easy first target to aim for and was extremely believable. When we added the 5% impact, notice that increased her revenue by $8,750. But here's something most business owners don't understand. She's already paid for her rent, her staff salaries, her insurance, her utilities, and so on. She can measure the increase in sales by gross profit margin, which is 60%. So that $8,750 additional revenue actually increased her profits by $5,250, which is a 20% profit increase. Not bad for a meager 5% impact. Of course, she was thrilled with that increase, but we were just getting started. Next, we looked at her partnerships and joint ventures and discovered she didn't have any. She received referrals from others on occasion, but nothing consistent. Our profit acceleration summary provided a roadmap for her to get consistent referrals from wedding planners, jewelry stores, photographers, videographers, printers, bridal boutiques, and limousine companies, just to name a few. We explained that if she went after these partners systematically every month, she'd be able to line up at least one JV partner in each category. When we asked her to estimate the profit impact these referrals would generate, she thought they would double her sales. We again recommended a profit impact of 5%, but she insisted it would be much higher than that. We finally settled on 10%. Notice now that her profit increase will be $16,275 from just these two areas, and that now represents a 62% total increase in her profits. She was ecstatic when we showed her these results. She promised us she'd do even better than our projections. Next, we asked her about internet marketing. She had some talents in this area and was getting around 1,000 leads a year from the internet. We discussed her available options such as SEO, Instagram, Facebook, local search advertising, and YouTube. We asked her if she thought it'd be possible to get one additional lead per week if we put together a comprehensive internet marketing campaign. She scoffed at us, like, "Why would you even suggest that it would be that low?" she said. We explained that one additional lead per week equals 50 leads per year, which would be a 5% increase. She said, "Okay, I get where you're going with this. You want to stay conservative, and we get it. But make it 10%, because we haven't focused on this area much at all. My daughter can do this for us in her sleep." So we recorded a 10% increase, and you can see again the result. Her profit potentially has now more than doubled. We then moved on to downselling. After reviewing various floral arrangements that had high profit margins exceeding 75%, we asked her if she'd be willing to offer those at a 50% discount, still leaving her a profit of 25%. We then suggested that when someone came into her store but didn't buy, to ask them a simple question as they were leaving. "Excuse me, have you heard about our special 50% off floral arrangements we have available this week only?" We asked her how much she thought that would increase her revenue, and we settled on 5%. Then we talked about upselling to a larger bouquet or cross-selling Hallmark cards, helium balloons, gift cards, and other novelty gift items. She admitted that tons of guys came into her shop on Valentine's Day and was shocked when we asked her why she couldn't sell rings, bracelets, charms, other jewelry-related items through a JV relationship she could set up with a local jeweler. She said that had never crossed her mind to offer items like that, but agreed many of her customers wouldn't jump on such an offer. She agreed this area would generate an additional 5% in revenue. So here's the end result from this assessment. Her expected revenue increase was right around 40%, which meant an additional $70,000. Her actual profit would increase by $42,000, which meant a 160% increase in profits. This entire process took only about 35 minutes. It's easy to use, requires no prior preparation, and was specifically designed to position you as the preeminent expert as well as a business growth strategist. But it gets even better. The magic of our software is that you can also show your prospects their ROI from working with you as their coach. Look at these ROI charts and they'll see instantly that the cost to hire you will only be a minute fraction of their accelerated profits. And they know they can do even better because throughout the initial assessment, you kept knocking down their expected percentage impacts, so you could be ultra conservative. Now is the time for you to close the sale with this prospect. But remember that people hate to be sold to, but they love to buy. So just ask them this magic question. Would you like me to help you implement all of this? That question is gold because we guarantee you 90+% of business owners do not want to do any of this on their own. In almost every case, they will at least ask you what you would charge them to help them with all of this. And now your fee, whatever it is, will pale in comparison to the money they know you can deliver to their bottom line. Think about how this florist reacted to this, which is fairly typical. Oh my gosh, everything I've just seen is actually doable. There's no trickery here at all. These are actual business fundamentals. If I just do these, I can't help but grow. This coach keeps asking me to be conservative so these numbers aren't inflated. This is realistic and attainable. In fact, I'll no doubt do a lot better than what I'm seeing here. Obviously, the florist was easy to close, and we have no doubt you could have done the same thing because you would have had exactly the same questions at your disposal as we do. Some businesses may ask you for a formal report once you complete your assessment. Most coaches hate that. Most have no idea what to put into a report like that, and if they do, it can take them hours to produce. Not with our software. Just click a button and you can instantly download and print out a full report that helps you close the sale with all your prospects' information and all the financials embedded in it, so you don't have to spend hours at your desk creating it. Often you'll need legal agreements such as contracts, MOUs, and non-disclosure agreements. No problem. Our software provides all of that for you, customized for you and your new client. But when you consider the fact that most coaches hate to sell, here's the greatest thing this process offers the entire coaching community. Once you've shown them their financial breakthroughs and their return on investment, they all want to get those results. So when we say that as a coach you can close clients at a 50% conversion rate, you can see that we're also being very conservative. So when you ask the business owner, would you like me to help you implement all of this? That's it. There's no hard sell needed. Any coach can do this successfully. You don't have to be slick or a master salesperson to get coaching clients. When prospects see something they want, they buy it. And what they want is profit acceleration. Our software will enable you, regardless of your skill level at this stage, to uncover major financial breakthroughs for any business. And just one more thing. The 11 areas I've been detailing throughout this presentation were designed for coaches to use in the initial assessment so they can close the prospect into a client. Once they've become a client, you'll be able to schedule a full assessment that can cover the financial breakthroughs in 29 areas. We designed the software to completely revolutionize the entire business coaching profession. And once you try it, we know you'll agree that we accomplished that objective. So looking back on our 3 critical systems required to build a 6-figure coaching business, we started with the necessity of getting leads. Then we looked at how you can easily close the sale using the profit acceleration software. Now let's examine our 3rd and final system, which will give you the ability to get significant, predictable results for any client in any industry, no matter what country they're in or what currency they use. This is an area of major anxiety for many coaches. They simply don't feel confident that they can help a new client achieve dramatic financial results in a very short period of time. We can understand this concern since today, business owners expect to see an almost immediate and positive return on their investment in our coaching services. And unfortunately, if they don't, they pull the plug. So what's the secret to helping our clients see instant increases in their revenue? Well, this shouldn't surprise anyone. You need a system so you know without hesitation exactly what to do and the order to do it. Thankfully, our profit acceleration software will provide you and your clients with a proven roadmap to follow. Once you've identified the financial impact in multiple areas for the business you're evaluating, you can go to the Priorities tab and very quickly prioritize the exact action steps you want to implement that will generate immediate financial results for that specific business. The weighted algorithms we've built into the software outlines what you need to do first, then second, then third, and so on. In other words, the software identifies the exact strategies and sequence that will generate the most money in the shortest amount of time and at the lowest or no cost for that business. But that's not the best part. Most coaches we speak with confide in us that they get stuck when it comes to successfully implementing most strategies. For example, if your client says, "Can you help us find and implement a market dominating position so that my customers would be foolish not to buy from me?" Do you know the exact process to walk them through so that this strategy works every time? Or do you just wing it like most coaches do and hope for the best? Once you start using our software, you'll never need to guess ever again. Just click on these links in each area, and the software will literally hand you the step-by-step guidance you need in the proper order so you get dramatic financial results for your client every time you coach them. Now you can decide if you want to help them implement each strategy or coach them to do it for themselves. The software literally hands you the entire game plan for the next year and beyond to ensure your coaching clients are achieving major financial breakthroughs every day of every month of every year. Let's look closely at just one of these implementation paths. We're in the area of market dominating position action steps. You can see here that there are 11 drop-down areas where you can click on the tab and you can see your entire script that you'd like to follow. So this first area, review the results of the profit assessment in this area and the goal for profit increase over the next year. You click on that, you see the script, you know how to explain this to a client, and you're going to see the impact that you should be able to make with that client that you agreed on. Then you'll go to increase the client's understanding of the power of a market dominating position. Again, you can click on this and you have your script here for you. Next, you dive deeper with the research on the competition. In here, you'll have some research questions, which you could do or you could help the client do. You'll brainstorm your market dominating position. You'll determine the areas you could test it. You determine your primary test idea, and you can see there's even a checklist here that you could follow to make sure it's implemented through all areas of the client's business. You determine your reasonable expected results, determine your method of implementation, determine your optimum method of communication, determine your test details, and you'll establish policies. So when you use these implementation steps, you know exactly how to help your client implement. There's no more guessing. Using our software is the key to finding major financial breakthroughs for any business in any industry. Then the software outlines the implementation steps for you and your new client to follow to ensure you achieve maximum results. We've used this with every category of small business imaginable, all the way up to major internet service providers, airlines, national insurance companies, major steel manufacturing enterprises, construction firms both large and small, and a host of others. We've used it across Asia, Africa, Europe, North America, in the Middle East, and down under. It's the closest thing to magic you're going to find in the coaching industry. Now, instead of just declaring that you can help a business and hoping you can actually deliver on your claim, you can perform a full assessment and know exactly how to help your client, how much money they should make, how much you can afford to charge, and even whether you want them as a client or not. This opens up the world of coaching to you. I'm confident that any business coach who's just entering the market could take this software and outperform every other business coach in their region who doesn't have it. It's literally your new secret weapon for keeping clients for years rather than just months.
So, there are 3 critical systems for building a six-figure coaching company. We've shown you how to generate all the leads you can handle, including providing you with a foolproof script to get you as many appointments as you want with qualified JV partners. And that's just one of the many areas that we'll teach you. We've shown you how to effortlessly close your prospects by asking brilliant questions and showing them the financial breakthroughs that are currently available in their business. And we've explained the system we use to get clients immediate results by implementing a series of proven and tested business growth strategies custom designed for each specific client you coach. So now you might be wondering how you can get a complete system like the one we've shown you today. Well, there are 2 options available to you. Option number 1, just do what we did. Spend 25 years of your life and over $3 million and build this exact same model. Or you could partner with us, and we'll provide our entire system to you and let you claim it as your own. We'll even put your brand on it, your name, your picture, the name of your coaching company. You will literally claim this entire program as yours with our blessing. And with the training we'll provide you, along with 3 executive coaches that will work with you one-on-one, you will be making substantially more money than you are right now by this time next month. How can you be sure you will see dramatic results like this? Simple. We already know what we do works. We've proven and tested it now for more than 10 years, and with more than 700 coaches in 24 countries. We have proven and tested systems, strategies, tools, resources, and support in place that consistently deliver new coaching clients to all coaches who will simply follow our process. Let us explain what we provide, and you'll see why we boast about our program. Our partner coaches get started by attending our 2-day world-class 10K training program. This training is presented online via webinar, so no travel or expenses incurred by the coach. This is where we teach coaches how to close 70% plus of all prospects you speak with. Remember those 8 areas we showed you a few moments ago? We'll teach you all 8 of those areas, and when we're through, we promise you that you will have the ability to walk into any business at any time, anywhere in the world, and uncover more than $100,000 in additional revenue in less than 45 minutes. It's really important for you to remember that these 8 areas alone, when implemented through your coaching, typically produce an additional $500,000 in annual revenue for any small business. Obviously, that's of critical importance to the clients you'll work with. But it's also critically important to you as the coach, since we'll teach you how to negotiate that 5% to 15% contingency clause into every coaching agreement you execute moving forward. We'll give you access to our proprietary profit acceleration software you saw earlier to ensure you successfully close coaching clients by asking the right questions in the right order so you uncover major financial breakthroughs for any business, and then you help them implement the strategies that will generate those financial breakthroughs step by step. Today, we showed you the 8 areas we typically focus on when finding that $100,000 in 45 minutes for business owners. But keep in mind, the software will find major financial breakthroughs in 27 business growth areas. This will give you the ability to do a complete and thorough audit of any business, and the quality of this audit is so impressive, you will be able to charge between $1,200 up to $4,000 for conducting it, depending on the size of the business you're auditing. Remember that as you go through the audit, you can easily generate a formal audit report. This report solidifies the urgency the business owner now feels as they realize the untapped revenue potential of their business. And now hiring you to help them is a no-brainer decision. But what we really like about this software is it has all the financial calculations built right into it. All you have to enter is the gross annual revenue of the business and their gross and net profit margins. The software populates all the remaining financial fields for you and then fully displays the graphical data in such a way that it will help you close each prospect into a new high-paying coaching client. You can easily charge $1,000 to $4,000 to perform a complete business assessment for each prospect you meet with. And since the report is automated, It's easy to do an assessment in the morning and then spend a few minutes completing a very professional-looking report that identifies for the prospect exactly what steps to take and the financial impact of every step. This completely reinforces the dramatic return on their investment they can expect to see when they hire you as their coach. It's the perfect closing tool. But the $10,000 training program and the profit acceleration software are only the beginning of what we offer our coaches. How about your very own one-on-one sales coach whose sole job is to help you sign up new coaching clients? The coach you will work with has been directly responsible for helping hundreds of our current coaches build lucrative coaching practices. He will do the same thing for you. He will provide you with expert guidance in both lead generation and lead conversion, and is always available to work with you whenever you request assistance. But if you have additional questions about your own coaching practice, you can speak directly with a top business growth strategist every week on our Ask the Expert call. Each strategist has more than 25 years' experience building successful companies and are still actively consulting in the areas of strategic sales and marketing. This weekly call is your opportunity to ask any questions you have about building your coaching practice to 6 figures and beyond. Or perhaps you're working with a client and you're struggling to get them results. Use this call to get the information you need to get yourself and your clients back on track. This call is attended by hundreds of your fellow coaches around the world, and we often ask them to mastermind on various problems so you can receive a multitude of different solutions to your problems. But check this out. Have you been thinking about leveraging your time in offering group coaching? How about keeping that time for yourself? And we'll handle the weekly group coaching for you. Every week we host not 1, but 2 group coaching webinars on your behalf for your coaching clients. Each of these online training webinars delivers one cutting-edge lead generation strategy to your clients specifically designed to generate immediate cash flow for their business. These are extremely powerful coaching sessions that your clients will find invaluable. The training presented is cutting-edge and world-class. So much so that you may decide you want to charge an additional fee to your clients in order for them to gain access to this training. You fully control who attends this training and who doesn't, and you also decide if you want to charge your clients to attend. Since this is your system, you set the price for attending. Our current coaches charge anywhere from $97 per month up to $5,000 annually and have no trouble at all getting that fee. You may decide to offer this service for free to certain prospects as an added incentive to compel them to sign up with you immediately. This is a great way for you to start building a recurring, passive income stream for you and your family. And best of all, we do all the work for you. You just collect the money, and you keep 100% of it as well. Now, remember how we discussed the book research strategy that is a guaranteed way to generate a multitude of new leads quickly? That strategy does require you to be in the process of writing a book, which of course most coaches aren't. That's okay though, because as part of this program, we're going to write not 1, but 2 books for you. We've written 30 chapters and you'll choose 10 of them. That way your book is different from everyone else's and you make as few or as many changes as you see fit. In fact, we'll have it ready for you within 30 days of you partnering with us. The first book is based on the 10K in 45-minute process we teach you. We refer to it as the 10K challenge. You will use this book for lead generation since it's short and inexpensive to have published. This is the book you will hand out to prospects to get them to engage with you since it has your name, picture, and coaching information on the cover. Many of our coaches take their book to networking events and hand them out in place of their business card. Talk about impressive. Consider this scenario. Many coaches today attend networking events, and when someone asks them what they do, they typically say, "I'm a business coach." Then they wonder why they find themselves standing alone the rest of the event. When someone asks one of our coaches what they do, they say, "I'm a sales and marketing strategist and author of the new book, How Any Business Owner Can Pocket an Additional $100,000 or More in Less Than 45 Minutes without spending a cent on marketing or advertising." Now, you tell me, who is going to experience the greater success at networking events? The second book is the one to give to new clients so you solidify your preeminence and expertise in their minds. This isn't some cheesy ebook like you see so often these days being offered by other coaches. This is a full-length, 10-chapter business book targeting small to mid-sized business owners that will have your name, your picture, and your coaching company on the cover. This will become your book, and we will also give you the publishing rights to it. You can also sell it if you wish. Many of our coaches have their book featured on Amazon and sell hundreds there annually. We not only write the book for you, we also handle all the graphic design cover work and deliver it to you as an ebook you may sell online immediately. But we also send you the proprietary design files so you can send them to a printer of your choice and have as many hard copies of your book printed and delivered as you wish. It instantly allows you to present yourself as a preeminent business expert. And if you like what you've seen so far, then you're going to love this. We're going to build you your very own $2 million online membership site. And we're going to pay the $5,000 IT fee it costs to have your site built. And just like the book we're going to write for you, this online membership site will be your site, completely branded to you and your coaching practice. It will bear your picture, your name, and your coaching practice, and you may claim it as your own. This site will help you coach your one-on-one clients more quickly, more efficiently, and much more effectively because this site does 99% of the work for you. I don't have time today to walk you through this site, but if you decide to consider our partnership opportunity, we'll give you a complete tour of the entire program. But here's one major benefit to this online membership site. If you've been coaching any length of time at all, you already know that most small business owners are struggling financially. Many of them simply can't afford one-on-one coaching services, and when you encounter them, as all of us frequently do, you have no way to monetize them. Now you can. By having your very own membership site, you will have the ability to enroll all the broke small business owners of the world into an online coaching program where we do all the coaching for you. This online coaching platform is completely automated to deliver online coaching services to your members and clients. All you do is enroll them into the site, charge them whatever monthly fee you feel they can afford, and then sit back and collect the passive recurring monthly revenue this site will begin to produce for you. Our current coaches typically charge either $97 per month or $197 per month. Although a dozen or so of our coaches charge $497 per month and have no trouble commanding that fee. We even give you a 1-minute script that will close 70 to 80% of struggling business owners into your online program. But consider how many broke business owners there are today. If you enroll just 100 of them over your first year, you would be collecting close to $120,000 in annual passive residual revenue. We keep saying passive because you aren't coaching these members. We handle all the coaching duties for you. Your job is to simply collect their monthly fee and build yourself a lucrative passive income. One of our coaches recently held a 6-hour live event and sold $104,400 in online memberships. Believe us when we tell you there are a lot of broke small business owners these days looking for quality coaching they can afford. This membership site is your ticket to passive recurring revenue for yourself and your family. And it increases year to year as you continue to enroll new members into it every month. And if you like this site, you're going to love the website we're also going to build for you. This is a website specifically designed from the ground up for business coaches. You will be able to list this site's URL on your business card and marketing collateral and generate a multitude of leads online every week. But one feature we love about this website is you will now have your very own Ask the Expert section. Imagine attending a networking event with 50 business owners, most of them struggling to generate leads and sales. When you stand up to introduce yourself, you just happen to mention that you have the ability to triple any business owner's number of leads, double their sales, and increase their annual revenue by $30,000 to $50,000 or more. And if anyone has any questions how they can do the same thing for their business, they can go to your URL and leave their questions. You will reply to them with specific solutions to their issues within 24 hours. Then you simply schedule a 10K challenge appointment with them and in most cases, you will sign up a new client. Hopefully, you can see that we built this entire program with one major goal in mind: your success. And we know this may sound incredible, but there's actually much, much more we have for you than what we're able to show you in this limited presentation. Just wait until you take the grand tour of that $2 million online membership site we will build for you with your branding on it. So now let's get to the big question. Why would you choose to work with us? Well, we hope what you've seen so far has convinced you that we've created a program exclusively designed to help business coaches achieve massive success in what we consider to be the greatest profession in the world. What other profession involves helping others succeed while simultaneously allowing you to earn a high six-figure annual income? We personally believe that business coaching is one of the world's top 5 professions, and we're proud to be a small part of it. We hope this presentation has convinced you that the partner program we're offering you is designed to elevate you to the highest ranks in this wonderful profession. But listen, we're not the only game in town. There are multiple franchise organizations that also claim to help coaches become successful. Action Coach, Focal Point, Advocoach, the list is a long one. So let's compare them all to what we offer so you have all the facts you need to make an informed decision. We believe it's extremely important that you have your very own one-on-one coach whose job is to help you quickly sign up high-paying coaching clients. None of the franchise organizations offer you this. We do. We believe that making you a published author gives you a high degree of preeminence and establishes you as a business growth expert. It opens doors for you and unlocks opportunities you would normally never have access to. The franchise organizations don't offer anything like this whatsoever. We do. We believe that conducting weekly group coaching on your behalf gives you a major competitive advantage over coaches that don't offer this type of valuable service. And since we host this on your behalf, you're able to offer this service without devoting any of your time, effort, or energy to it, leveraging your time and allowing you to focus on other lucrative income-generating activities for yourself and your coaching practice. The franchise organizations don't do this. We do. We know you often have questions where you need someone at the top level of the organization to provide you with insightful answers. The franchise organizations don't make this available to their clients. We do. And when it comes to marketing resources, none of the franchise organizations offer any form of extensive marketing and presentation library where they give you all proprietary rights to use their content. We do. But now let's talk money. You might ask, what is the investment for all of this? How many tens of thousands of dollars will I have to pay? Well, let's compare. The franchise organizations charge you a franchising training fee of $75,000 and up. This has to be paid in full the day you sign up with them. We pay this fee for you, in full. You never pay this fee with us. Never. Okay, then you probably take a big percentage of my monthly coaching revenue? Well, the franchise organizations do that. They make you pay them between 15 to 20% of everything you make each month. We don't. Your money is your money, not ours. You keep every cent you earn. Well then, how long of a commitment do you stick me with? How many years are you going to lock me into where I have to pay you with no way out? With franchise organizations, there's anywhere from a 5 to 7 year commitment. They make you sign a no-break contract, and if you ever renege on it, they turn you over to a collection agency. With LPW, we have a little different take on this. We believe if we aren't helping you make money, if we aren't partnering in your success, if we aren't in any way living up to our responsibilities to you as one of our partner coaches, then we don't deserve your money. In fact, we don't understand why everyone doesn't have this exact same belief. So, at LPW, we never ask you to sign a contract or make any type of commitment to us. All of our coaches work with us month to month. If you ever wish to leave, all we ask is common courtesy. Please give us 30 days written notice so we have time to handle your request efficiently. Okay, so what about territory restrictions? Do you lock me into a specific geographic area and I'm not allowed to go outside of it? The franchise organizations do. Many of them lock you into a small local area and you aren't allowed to market your coaching services anywhere else. At LPW, your territory is the planet Earth. And if you can get to Mars, you can market your services there as well. Okay then, what's the catch? So far, you aren't asking me for any money yet. What's in this for you guys? Here's the deal. All we ever ask you to pay us is a low monthly maintenance fee, so we can pay our coaches to help you maintain your online coaching membership site, provide all IT maintenance so your site is always 100% ready and accessible 24/7, 365 for your members and clients, and so we can continue to develop and make available to you the very best innovations in the coaching profession. The franchise organizations always charge you a monthly maintenance fee, and theirs average around $1,400 to $2,000 per month. Our system is priced in the hundreds, not in the thousands, so be assured that this program is totally affordable for you. Look, we know this sounds too good to be true, but we assure you there is no hidden fees and no fine print involved in this program. Understand that we've done this a long time, and we know this type of low-priced program attracts a lot of coaches looking for success. We make our money on volume, whereas the franchise organizations make theirs on a few select individuals. We know this because more than half of the franchise organization's coaches are now working with us. So here's the deal. With us, you get the exact same benefits as you would buying into a franchise, but without the exorbitant fees and prohibitive clauses. That's what we're offering you today. We've spent 25 years figuring out the process required for business coaches to be able to generate small business leads and close high-dollar coaching clients at will. We've spent 25 years figuring out how to find an average small business more than $100,000 in less than 45 minutes so we can impress upon them that they aren't doing things right, and it's costing them a fortune. We've spent 25 years figuring out how to get our clients dramatic financial results and get them quickly and consistently so we keep them as coaching clients for years. And we're willing to give it all to you so you don't have to spend 25 years of your valuable and precious life figuring out for yourself how to do this on your own. Any coach, no matter what level of experience or skill, can implement our process with a little practice. It's not rocket science. We've seen our coaches go from zero income to six figures in just a few months. And with our one-on-one coaching and guidance, you'll be a top 1%er in the coaching world in a matter of weeks and enjoying the prestige, financial benefits, and career freedom that goes with that distinction. So, if you decide to partner with us, will that be a safe investment for you? Well, consider this. We assume 100% of the risk. We cover 100% of your support and training fees, the IT fees, and website fees to develop and build your online membership site as well as your own coach's website. You have a low investment commitment since you only pay a low, fixed monthly maintenance fee with absolutely no hidden charges. So, where do we go from here? Well, first, you must apply to be considered for our program. We have to make sure we can devote our time, coaching, and resources to ensure each coach we work with finds massive success, and that means we simply can't take every applicant for this program. There will need to be a strict vetting process, but if you're accepted, we will help you find success, both financially and professionally. We currently work with many of today's top coaching and consulting talent. We didn't approach any of these premier coaches and consultants. They came to us. They asked to work with us because they found out about our reputation for getting results, as well as our ethics and integrity. We don't tell you this to impress you. We do it because we want you to feel comfortable that if you decide to partner with us, you'll know you're working with the best in the industry. We want you confident you will be investing your success in a company that will do whatever it takes to help you attain the level of professional and financial success you desire and deserve. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. As we emphasized earlier, we currently partner with more than 700 business coaches and consultants in 24 countries. Our USP says it all. We train and develop the best business coaching talent on the planet. If that's what you're looking for as a coach, we would be honored to have you join our group. So now you know the 3 systems you must have in place if you wish to build a 6-figure coaching practice. If you let us, we'll help you generate as many leads as you can handle. We'll help you close new clients nearly effortlessly even if you don't have experience in their industry or type of business. We'll even help your clients get dramatic breakthrough results quickly and consistently. If this sounds like the opportunity for you and you would like to explore this further, then let's schedule a brief phone call where we can answer any additional questions you may have and provide you with more in-depth information. Just click the Get Started button below and select the convenient day and time on our time trade calendar when we can speak with you by phone. This call will be informational only, not a sales call. But keep in mind, we're forced to strictly limit the number of coaches we mentor since we're committed to helping them succeed, both financially and professionally. So, click the Get Started button below and let us provide you with the details. That way we can both determine if this is the right opportunity for us to partner together. We want to personally thank you for your time today, and we hope you found the information provided of tremendous value to you, both now and far into the future. We hope you will give us the opportunity to work together and let us prove to you that our program will deliver everything we've promised and much more. Thanks again for joining us today.